Hello, folks, and welcome to the Atomic Salt Live Show. This is the show we're going to discuss everything in the tabletop hobby world, specifically the Las Vegas Open. I am joined by my buddy Casey. Casey, how are you this week?
I am outstanding because you see this sucker right here? I got it working.
Oh, hey, yeah, technology works for you.
How many months? And it just randomly decided to work this time?
Well,
Yeah. I'm feeling professional again.
You're going to jinx it.
I know, it'll never work again after this.
So, how are you this week? Do anything in the hobby?
So I'm actually finally coming off of the crud that is, Father Nurgle's gift that's been infecting me the last week or so, or month or two. So I did some fun stuff. I built these little guys for Infinity. They're little tokens. It's basically like one of these glass bees with the back on it. You know, they use a lot for like bottle cap necklaces and stuff. And I just I took those and I glued on some tokens. So I made some for like link leaders or prone. So stuff like that. Just kind of like some basic ones that you always kind of end up using in the game.
Now, I know there's an order generator that you can print on demand the exact orders you need. Is that what you used, or?
No, actually, these were some ones that I had laying around from a while back. This was actually some that Corvus Belli was at an event that I was at a while back, and they had them printed on really nice paper. And so I use those because if you just use like your regular like inkjet printer, when you glue these on, the picture kind of smears around a little bit and it doesn't look very good. So these were done on a little nicer paper that I had laying around.
Some scrapbooking stuff your wife doesn't know you used.
Like I said, I actually got this from somebody else. So no, these things were scrapbooking stuff that she didn't use. So, but and then I've been doing some reading. So I've kind of taken a couple of weeks off painting, since I got fully painted early. I've been trying to enjoy other aspects of the hobby. So I just finished reading, it's a Horus Heresy novel called Visions of Heresy. And it's basically a whole bunch of short stories.
Is it a newer book or older book?
No, it's one of the older ones.
Okay.
So it covered the Custodes, the Sisters of Silence, which it kind of sets them up as like the precursor to Sisters of Battle. And then what else did we have? We had like a Space Wolves one, we had a Dark Angels one, and a World Eaters one, and kind of an interesting one that actually starred the Emperor talking to a priest. It's right before he's expanding off of Terra and he's abolishing religion. And he's the last church on Terra. He's coming to destroy it, but before that, he kind of comes in disguise and has a long talk with the priest. So, so good. They were generally good stories. Some were better than others.
That's usually how it is, though, with a book of short stories. They're not all gems.
Yeah, the problem is you would always like it would start off. I would see like, oh, something by this guy. I've never heard of this guy, and it turned out to be not very good. And then I'd be like, something. Oh, Graham McNeil. Oh yeah, and it's really good. So there are reasons why we know the people that we know. So, but what about you? What have you done in the hobby this week?
Painting. Just painting and getting ready for Las Vegas.
Yeah, I see you're working on a drop pod there.
Yeah, these are the last few things, and I mean they're pretty much they're 3-color minimum, but I'm just dressing them up a little bit.
So now, correct me if I'm wrong, but that isn't your usual color of red, is it?
No,
It looks a little darker.
Yeah, these ones are the original paint that I was using for red. So this is almost like a maroon color,
Mm-hmm.
which it's not that bad. I've got 3 different colors of red in my army.
Is it at least like kind of spread around a little bit, so
Oh yeah, my Terminators are very bright. My Space Marines are like in between these two. So yeah, it's a cohesive, not cohesive army.
okay, so are you going to be fully painted by LVO?
Oh, of course. I'm technically fully painted at the moment. So
Okay. It's just get it up to your personal standard.
I came to the realization. I mean, chain painting is a pain in the butt. It is not a happy medium to do. So I went with okay, let's just do 3 colors up because I got tired of looking at the same red Terminators. same 10 guys over and over again, and I was like, I can't do this.
It's rough, especially when you're trying to do all the details.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, I do all these details. He looks good. And then you're ready to move on to like the next step of the details. You're like, oh, wait, no, I got to put him down and finish the other 8 guys.
Yeah. Or you get all the way down with like the purity seal step, go on to another step, and you miss the purity seal.
Oh, yeah. That does suck. We have all been there. Or you get to the very end and you realize there's just like that one spot on that one guy that you consistently miss the whole time.
Yeah. Your brain either blocks it out or you just get so tired of looking. But yeah, it's been painting, getting ready for the Draconic Awards, and also just out of random, I didn't get a shipping confirmation, but I did get my box from Ninja Division for Ninja AllStars.
Oh, yeah, that was their not Super Dungeon Explorer game that they were doing.
Yeah, like kind of like a MOBA.
Yeah, I remember looking at when the Kickstarter came out. It looked kind of interesting, but it wasn't quite there to make me jump on it.
Yeah, so that came in the mail. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Well, I can't really open you up yet. But yeah, I think the biggest thing I have to do now is paint up my Night Titan.
For the Night Joust?
Yeah.
Okay. Because you do know the rules on that, right? You have to be fully painted.
Or it blows up.
Yes. And it will scatter directly towards your teammates.
So I've got 3 days to do that. So it won't be pretty, but it'll be done.
It's a Night Titan. They're never pretty.
Not unless the Chaos ones. Somehow the Chaos Titans are like, oh, we're just going to do a lot of detail.
The Chaos stuff always looks better. Unfortunately, like, their rules are garbage. And they don't seem to be getting any better anytime soon. And you kind of have to be kind of like extreme. But honestly, like, you look at their stuff and it just looks better. Like, I'd put like a bog standard Chaos Marine next to like a bog standard Space Marine, and tell me that the Space Marine looks better. I dare you.
Well, I think it's because it's the heresy stuff. Because yeah,
not even heresy, like the Chaos stuff.
But I mean, all their stuff is supposed to be ancient tech. It's not nothing new.
Yeah, but I mean, also they have, I don't know, like, think about like your regular Space Marine captain versus the Chaos Lord, and the Chaos Lord just looks so much cooler. So, all right. So we're talking about LVO tonight because what else are we going to be talking about a few days out from it? You're fully painted. I'm fully painted. I think it's time to start thinking about everything else that we got to bring.
Yeah.
Right?
Because, I mean, it's not just miniatures that you have to bring. There's a lot of other things. There's a list of other things that, I mean, you forget. You forget that are essential to going to these events.
So, like, what kind of stuff is going to be on your list?
I'm going to bring a miniature repair kit.
What is in your repair kit, sir?
It's gonna. I already carry poster tack with me already, so that's part of it. I'm gonna have a little bit of some glue and my travel brushes with some white and black paint.
Ooh, that's a good idea. I never thought about bringing some of that.
Yeah, because I mean, if something chips, you can always either do black paint and just let it go disappear, or you put white paint on it and make it a highlight.
Yeah, like you said, blue tack is what I always carry with me. So I've actually already got some mounted up on. They're magnetized, so I keep some on my magnetic tray, ready to go at a moment's notice.
It's like when I played last week, yeah, I picked up one of my Space Marines, and yep, I dropped him, and his torso and his legs came apart.
Yeah, the nice thing about blue tack is it's good for right in the moment.
Yeah.
Super glue. Like I use Gorilla Glue, and I love this stuff. Like it dries super fast, but that's 30, 40 seconds that you're standing there with, just trying to hold your mini together, holding up the game. So whereas blue tack, you just kind of slap it together and you're good to go.
Yeah. And then you can fix it later.
So, one of the things that I find is really nice to have, and that I always bring, and I always get tons of use out of, is a pen. Like, stick it in your kit with stuff and bring an extra one, because I guarantee you one of your opponents will not have a pen, or will have lost theirs, or because there's always some kind of bookkeeping that you need to keep track of.
Yeah.
And I'm really amazed that more people don't bring that stuff. The one I like this one a lot because it actually has a laser pointer built into the end of it. So that's always helpful. And I can just stick it right to the blue tack, so it doesn't bounce into my models.
Yeah, I'm also going to bring a backpack with me, just because, I mean, that's a lot of stuff to carry around, and going through the hotel and all that, you don't want to trip. You don't want to trip with the tray.
Yeah, like I've got a fairly nice tray. Let me grab it here real quick. It's nice, sturdy, out of MDF. It's got little slots cut out of it and everything. Got a little storage tray, but yeah, all you need is one overworked waitress, with drinks to slam into you, and everything's going on the floor with one of those. So that's why I like to keep a carrying container, or have everything on magnets. So what I actually bring is this guy right here. This is actually it's a cake box. You can get them for a couple bucks at Walmart. The metal tray does fit down inside of there. It's got a lid with some nice big locks on it, so I can pick it up and carry it all. And it's got room inside of it for all of my stuff. So silhouette templates, regular templates, smoke templates, other miscellaneous tokens,
All
a
those
bevy of dice.
all those wound counters you're gonna need.
I'm gonna need so many, and I have them right here. All the dice I need, cards for infinity, tape measure. Don't leave home without it. I've done it before and it sucks. Kind of like some random patches and some pins, in case in case you meet somebody and want to do a little trading or something. And then also I just keep some random just scatter pieces here, just random terrain objectives. So, because you never know when you're going to get to the table and they're going to be like, oh yeah, by the way, hope you brought your own objective markers. So they come in handy more often than not, which is the sad thing. They shouldn't be, but they are. But again, everything just all fits inside this one box. It all closes up. I keep the models in there, and I'm locked and loaded. Yeah, let's see you fit all of your 40K stuff into something this size. Actually, I take that back. Your Grey Knights can probably do that, huh?
Yeah, all my stuff, except for the drop pods here, everything is magnetized to a tray.
How are you going to be carrying your stuff around then? Are you just going to bring a cookie sheet or something, or?
Yeah, let me move that off to the side. Right there.
Oh, nice. Is that your whole army?
That's my whole army.
Minus the pods, of course.
Yeah.
And how many pods are you taking?
3.
Okay, that's not too bad at all. That's a lot of Terminators.
Yeah. Nice little Death Star.
Okay, so I'm seeing 2 different colors of basing here. And I realize that you've been building these guys up lately, but so is it supposed to be a tan basing, or is that just a unfinished sand that's on there?
That's the sand color.
Okay. So is this supposed to be like a black, or?
I'm not sure yet. I need to hit it with some compressed air.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get some of the loose stuff off of it.
Yep, here we go. All packed and ready. This is what I have to carry around. Fits in a backpack, easily stowed. I'm good to go. Now, did you get the email from Reese?
Yeah. He gave us a little guide, right?
He did. The survival guide, which I think is more just the basic information you need to know.
Yeah, it's not really survival because there's so much more to going to these conventions. I always bring a water bottle with me, and I use those little flavor shot or little packets,
Mm-hmm.
and I make lemonade. Only because you're talking to people constantly throughout these events, and then your voice just will give out eventually. But I found that citrus helps out a lot, and then it also helps combat the crud of cons.
Put a little emergency in there.
Yeah.
So now they did say that outside food and drink were not allowed. So are you going to be smuggling this in?
It'll be in my backpack. I mean, it's we're going to be Vegas. I mean, there's plenty of places to eat in Vegas, but how fast can you get to it?
True.
I mean,
well, especially when you're trying to get between rounds.
Yeah, and how often do you ever see a drinking fountain.
And those cocktail waitresses, they're never around when you want them.
Well, they're at the tables, and not at these tables. They're out with gamblers.
I would be blown away and very impressed if I had a cocktail waitress come up and ask for my drink order. I might even order a drink just for the novelty of it.
Ooh.
Well, not an alcoholic drink. You know me.
Oh. Yeah, exactly. I know you. We have to put you on lockdown.
Once I start, I just can't stop. I have to drink all the alcohol. I can't leave any behind.
But yeah, and our schedule is going to be very, very tight.
Yeah, they've got so much going on. There is not a lot of time. Like, I kind of worry about that a little bit. You know, when they say, oh, we've got half an hour to get from one event to the next. Well, Alan, have you ever been to an event that ended exactly when it was supposed to?
No, because there's always...
Have you ever been to an event that finished within 30 minutes of when it was supposed to?
If the TOs are... If they're on the ball and say, yes, dice down. Dice down means dice down. Don't throw anything else. But that's at a small tournament, not something that's got thousands of people.
Yeah, so I have a feeling it's going to be kind of chaotic.
It will be. And just the fact that our start time in the morning is going to be very... It's like 9 a.m. for me.
I think it's 8 a.m. actually for you on Friday.
Yeah, and so a lot of people are going to want to go out and tie one on, hang out with the new friends they just met. Friday night, I don't think anybody's gonna get 6 hours of sleep when they come to the table Saturday.
All the more reason why I expect Friday to not do so well, but Saturday will be my day.
You'll be all bright-eyed, bushy-tailed.
Yeah, and other people will be like, dude, can you read what's on my dice for me? I can't. The pips are white, and it's just too much right now. Oh, God, there's too many highlights on your model. It's hurting my head. I got to go throw up.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very... It'll be an experience. But I'm looking to meet a lot of new people. I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah. Definitely. Saturday night will be the pub crawl, so most of the field, most of the people will be down with 40K. You will not be, right, because you're going top 8.
Oh, of course.
So you should probably abstain from the pub crawl. Or is that the secret to your power?
I didn't buy into it, so it'll be one of those last-minute things, if anything.
Well, we've got Austin going with you, and he's always good for that.
True.
And no one drinks like an orc player.
A redheaded orc. Although I think the main thing to bring is hand sanitizer.
Oh, gosh, yes. Should I bring Axe body spray? Like, you come across the wrong person, and you're just like, you know what? This is for your own good. Just hose them down.
Especially Sunday is going to be the worst.
Yeah, because there will be some guys who do not shower there the whole time. I don't understand why, but that's the way they function.
Cram 6 people in a hotel room, and you're not going to get everybody up and ready unless their mom's with them.
then you shower the night before. I mean, like that. Like you learned in college how to schedule a bathroom, and it's not difficult. And in fact, most people do it unconsciously.
You know, it's these conventions, people let it all hang out.
When they really shouldn't. Folks, do not let it all hang out. Bring it back in. Keep it in. Keep it clean and washed.
It'll be interesting. I think we'll have a fun time.
Oh, without a doubt. I'm giving it no option. It will be a good time. So my plan was, and folks, we're going to talk here about personal stuff here. So this might not be interesting for you, but they said pre-registration, or I guess pre-check-in. We can do that on Thursday, starting at 4. So I know Chad and Darren are going down separately. They're going to pre-check in at 4 as well. But I was thinking maybe we all go and grab dinner Thursday night.
Sure. I know I'm trying to get some Facebook folks to, because Friday, who knows what's happening Friday night.
Yeah.
Pub crawl, everything. But I say Saturday, all the new people we meet.
Yeah, like I was thinking Thursday night, like we just keep it small, like just to our group or something. Because I don't want to have to be like wrangling a dozen people, you know? Yeah. So I'm thinking 6-hour drive from here to Vegas. We can go, because if we get to Vegas at 4, by the time we get checked in, get to our rooms, get down there, it'll be a little bit later. So do we want to try and leave here like maybe around 10?
Well, I mean, it's all up to folks who work.
Yeah, but
and hopefully
I'm taking the day off.
Hopefully the weather is works with us.
I already checked. It's supposed to be clear sailing all the way down and back.
Yeah, I've driven in the last winter blizzards we've had here in Utah, and like I do not want to do this for 6 hours.
You know, it's hilarious. Every time I drive to Vegas, the weather is perfect. Every time I drive to Arizona, it's horrible. Like, somehow weather knows where my destination is.
They don't want you going back.
Yeah, Utah doesn't want me back, and I get that. And to be fair, Utah, I don't want to come back to you. But we're stuck with each other. So, yeah, but do you have a problem with, like, trying to get on the road by, like, 10-ish or so?
No.
Because then we can go for a couple hours. That'll get us, like, south of Provo, and we can, you know, grab some lunch and then take back off again.
I usually, I've got a couple, I know that a few gas stops that are pretty good.
Okay.
St. George is pretty much always nice to pit stop at.
Yeah, like what I kind of, and it all just depends on like the vehicle and, you know, like what kind of mileage you're getting. But usually Scipio, there's kind of a truck stop there that's not bad. And that's kind of like a good halfway point between here and St. George.
And Midway, I think, is the other one.
Yeah, Midway is Midway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't usually like stopping in Beaver or anything like that. At that point, I would rather just keep pushing for St. George.
You heard it here, folks. Casey does not like Beaver.
It is what it is. I said it. I got to stand by it, right?
Yep.
So, and then Monday when we come back up, I don't care when we leave.
Well, we'll just have to figure out where to put all our trophies.
I know, right? All of our winnings. That's why I'm packing light. You know, I'm going to be... Then there's all the stuff... Because did you get the VIP swag bag?
Yeah, I believe so. It's been a couple of months. And that's the one thing. You go to these conventions, there's always... I mean, there's... Was it 8 or 10 vendors that are going to be there?
Yeah, I can't remember who all's going to be there, but
So the temptation to buy. It's going to be how much there. What can I fit in my suitcase?
yep. So I can tell you right now, I'm planning on getting a fat mat. I've got a bit of a credit building up with Frontline, so I should be able to just about break even on the fat mat. And then, yeah, like we were talking last week, I really want to look at the Badger brushes and see what kind of deals they have going on. Because I've heard people were walking with like their whole like Minotaur paint kits for just a steal. So, because I've actually found I kind of like using airbrush paints just for like regular brush on paints as well.
Oh yeah, they're nice for that because it's pre-thinned.
Yeah, um, it's pre-thinned. You just throw like a little bit of like retarder mix or something in there, and you're good to go. So, I've started moving over to Vallejo paints just because they're a little bit easier for me to get a hold of, and there's a little bit more variety. But I think I'm just going to start transitioning over to their model and game airlines.
I've not had a problem with them. The new game air, like I said, it smells smells like cotton candy for some reason.
Well, it's better than smelling like horrible chemicals, right?
True.
So, Alan, show us some of these power swords that you're working on. Can we get a little bit better view of these?
Let me find one that's I think it's good. How's that look?
That looks really cool. Where'd you get that? How'd you do that?
Airbrush. The tutorial is from a YouTuber called Buy Painted. I think he's Polish painter. He doesn't update his YouTube channel as much anymore, but he does have some really nice tutorials. And yeah, knocked all of my power swords out in about 15 minutes.
Wow.
And yeah, all it is that you mask off one side, start white, transition with your blue to black, pull the tape off, and tape up the other side, and just go in reverse order.
I think what would look good is if you did like kind of like some extreme highlights on there, or did like some lightning arcing up and down the blade, to kind of tie all the colors together.
Yeah. Which will be something I'll do when I get back. But yeah, I mean,
so and more traveling down stuff. I don't necessarily want to talk to you guys. Just it's not you, it's me. But no, what I was thinking is I'll bring a couple of podcasts on my phone, and so we can just plug those into the car. We want something to listen to. Because have I ever told you about the Adventure Zone?
No.
Okay, so guys, we'll do a little bit of free advertising for the Adventure Zone. So it's on the Maximum Fun Podcast Network. So there are some ads, in the middle of it and a little bit at the end, because that's how these guys make their living. But it's three brothers and their dad, and only one of them has ever played D&D before. And they basically they start off going through the D&D 5th edition kind of starter box, and it's hilarious because the GM has never been a GM before. The dad and the brother have never played D&D before, and but two of them are professional comedians. One of them, or the dad, was a professional like radio disc jockey, I guess. So he's got very good timing, and they're all family. So these guys are actually really, really hilarious. So I'm not sure if they're playing D&D right, but it is great to listen to.
Should be fun.
Yeah, about the first episode or two, they kind of play it straight a little bit as they're trying to figure out the rules for it. But fairly quickly after that, it goes nuts. Like, they just did a Fast and Furious type episode, where they were in like illegal kart races, and now they've got a space base that's fallen out of the sky that they're trying to extract somebody from, and they're all fairly incompetent, which makes it all the more fun. So, if you guys don't mind, we'll throw that on, and you'll laugh a little bit on the trip.
I mean, 6 hours. I mean, 3 guys in a car for 6 hours. Pretty sure we'll have. I mean, there won't be any dead time.
Not with this group. Definitely not with this group. So, but yeah, is there anything you want to go and do on Vegas, like Thursday night? Because I figure we'll get down there around 4 or 5. We'll probably, we'll check in. We'll go get registered. But I mean, probably by like around 6 or 7 o'clock, we'll eat dinner. But then after that, it's kind of free. Were you wanting to do anything the night before?
There's always something to do in Vegas. I mean, definitely, it's definitely a sightseer's place. You don't have to gamble.
No, and I'm not interested in gambling.
You're already driving down with us. That's the most gambling you're going to do.
I am taking my life into my hands. No, Austin's a safe driver. I've never driven with you. Shoot, have I actually ever ridden with you before?
I don't think so. I'm not kidding. You're still alive, so.
Yeah, so if I have, I've survived it. Either it was so memorable I forgot, or it was so horrifying that I've repressed the memory of it. Well, figure that. How long have we known each other? I've never... Because I know you've ridden in my truck before.
Yeah.
Go figure.
I'm usually a safe driver.
Yeah, I'm usually a safe driver.
I mean, when I'm driving by myself, yeah, I'll go crazy. But if I got people in the car, I'm safer.
Oh, interesting. So, all right, is there anything else you want to talk about tonight? We're just kind of rambling and BSing now.
Yeah, it's. Have you? Let's see. Anything new that we've that's popped out this past week?
Modiphius showed their new character sheet for Infinity, the RPG.
Yeah,
and they immediately, like, a dozen people popped up and said, "We hate it. We like ours better."
But that's the cool thing about crowdfunding is that you do get crowd feedback. So they did offer a thing, said, "Hey, put a link, and we'll have a vote, and somebody will get like a 50 pound credit."
Yeah, and looking at what they did, I'm fairly certain I can do better. So maybe I'll even try entering that.
And we tried that, right? Where we took our chances on building a character.
Yeah, we did it, just me and you, on a private hangout. So I would actually like to do that again on the air at some point. just because that actually would be good content people would be interested in listening to. So maybe post LVO, huh?
Yeah, definitely for sure. But speaking of Infinity, did you see the new stuff for this month?
Yeah, it. I think maybe it kind of feels like a bit of a letdown this month. I mean, I know all the Hawk people were waiting for the Govads to come out.
Yeah.
But again, you look at them and you just kind of go, it's Hawk Islam. That looks about right. I don't know. Were you blown away by them?
I think they look cool. They do have all the regular specialists, though. Or, yeah, it's all specialists. So it will be kind of weird because you're not gonna take a hacker, a sniper, and all that. If you're doing like a link team, you want to kind of you don't want to price out that many folks.
True. But yeah, you look at the Govads, you just kind of shrug and say, yeah, that looks like Hawk Islam. There's the Osnot, and you're like, that kind of just looks like the other one that came in the Morat starter box. The Hawk Tau.
I think that is the same one, except she's got her hungries with her.
Is it? I'm looking at the picture, and I think it's slightly different posed, but not by a lot. The Hawk Tau, again, looks nice, nothing special. The Nisei, not special, and the Desperados, which I guess look okay.
We saw a preview of them before.
Yeah, we saw a preview of them before. We saw the dossier art. They're not a surprise, but they don't blow me away. I think the problem is, like, when we all saw the Coom Riders, that was a mind-blowing moment. And I think the Desperados, while different, are, Corvus Belli has kind of tipped their hand and shown us where they go with these sorts of things. So there was nothing particularly new or special about them, which was too bad. But so, I mean, everything looks nice. There's nothing bad or dumb in this month's release, just nothing mind-blowing, which I guess we're kind of used to for the last few months. We've had some really amazing stuff.
Yeah. I mean, if they did something amazing every month, which
yeah, they can't all be winners, folks. We're sorry.
I mean, it'd be nice, but that just pushes the expectations.
Yeah, just not realistic. And I mean, don't get me wrong, all these are like very usable and very important units, and they'll sell fine, and people, I don't think anybody has anything to complain about here. But, they've got nothing that's going to burn down the doors.
But I'll pick up some Govads. Did you get your Keeleys?
I didn't. I've got to talk to Shiv about that, because he was supposed to have it in by now.
Yeah. So that'll be. I've seen some people starting to paint up theirs, and they're starting to look good.
Yeah, they look sharp. I might wait a few months on that one, just until the weather warms up and I can start doing some airbrushing again. Because I'd really like just to stick with kind of like that cleaner white, and then do like a white and brass to kind of match my army, and I think that'll look good. So, but yeah, that's all I've got for tonight, Alan. What about you?
I think that's it for me. But hey, folks, if you're going to the LVO, come say hi to us. We might actually, if we're able to get good internet, we might be able to do a show with both of us in the same room.
Yeah, and try not to kill each other. Because while we're friendly in internet land, we are deadly, deadly enemies in real life.
There can be only one.
We're actually not allowed to touch each other because there
Oh.
might be a antimatter explosion. Like, have you ever seen Time Cop?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Another throwback to the 80s and 90s.
Jean-Claude Van Damme, what can I say? He had it all. He had long and short hair in that movie.
All right, folks, that is it for us this week. Put it down in the comments below. Tell us what you think. Be sure to like this video, comment down below, subscribe to see more. We'll be back next week. Hopefully. Casey, anything else?
No, just as always, if there's a bit of information or something else you'd like us to take a look at or talk about, shoot us an email at theatomicsalt@gmail.com. This is The Atomic Salt, and we're really hoping that LVO blows our minds.
Good night, folks.